This is Andrew, and welcome to another episode of Madman Review. Today we'll go over some of the most popular air rifles you can buy today. Why are they popular? It's all down to many things, including features, price to performance, reliability, usability, accuracy, etc. A gun that is rated A across the board is quite rare, so those usually make the list. So in no particular order, these are the best air rifles money can get right now. If you can buy them, you won't regret it. Links are in the description. Let's dive right into it. The Benjamin Marauder. This is not a new gun, but it still holds up very well compared to other air rifles today. It's still flying off the shelves like no one's business. What makes it so good? It's simply because Benjamin Marauder delivers most of the features people want in a PCP air rifle. Add to that reliability, accuracy, and affordable pricing, and you have yourself a gun that is hard to beat. Moreover, the gun scales in complexity. It can get as complex as you want with its myriad of tuning options. This is something that savvy gunners really appreciate because they can tinker with the gun to get the performance just right. You can change the muzzle velocity, shot count, fill pressure, as well as trigger settings. Even if you're not familiar with any of these, you can still run it on the default settings, and you would do just fine. The gun's available in 177, 22, and 25, and it comes with a rotary mag. 11mm dovetail rail for sight, hardwood stock, built-in shroud, choked barrel, and many other features. You won't regret buying this one. Ruger Weihrauch. This is also another airgun that purchases above its weight. It's already well established that Ruger does not make bad guns. Every single one of them is built with quality in mind, and this one is no exception. It uses 177 pellets and can spit them out at 1,000 feet per second. The Weihrauch delivers respectable accuracy, with most pellets, and the trigger is definitely worth writing home about because it feels amazing. The stock scope is passable and replaceable, which you should if you have the budget or another scope laying around. Again, you might need a little bit of practicing to get a good feel for the gun. Here's a quick tip. Learn to use the artillery hold if you haven't already. You can thank me later in the comment section below. With enough practice, you can bring out the best in this gun, and you'll understand why this gun makes the list. The Diana Stormrider Gen 2. The Diana Stormrider Gen 2 might not be the best airgun in the world if you run it stock, but if you shell out a couple of bucks more to get the regulator, pressure gauge, and barrel band, the gun's performance improves immediately. The Diana Stormrider Gen 2 is a PCP rifle that chambers either the 177 or 22 in its rotary magazine. You get an 11mm dovetail rail and a raised cheek piece, and a 2-stage DIT adjustable trigger, which feels amazing right out of the box. It delivers a respectable punch and gives you plenty of shots when regulated. It is also light, which many airgunners appreciate. Gamo Swarm Maxxim. The Gamo Swarm Maxxim is a break barrel air rifle that is light and easy to use. At this price point, it's a steal. One bad thing off the bat, it is only good as a plinking gun. You can shoot some Coke cans at close range, but you won't be downing any small game, at least not humanely. The scope is also not something to write home about, and you should replace it. You have an 11mm dovetail rail for that. The rifle barrel should improve accuracy, but you may suffer from barrel droop as well. The gun uses a special 10-shot mag-fed loading system that works wonders. It is very close to a very great product, but given its price point, I won't complain much. Gamo Whisper. The Gamo Whisper started a large number of variations, which goes to show just how successful the gun really is. Some people attribute this success to clever marketing, and they're partially right. It is always easier to buy a gun that you have heard of, but Gamo is willing to put their money where their mouth is. The gun in this line are accurate for a wide variety of pellets. It is light, easy to point, and spits out pellets with enough muzzle velocity to hunt small game. That said, you might need a bit of practice to make the most out of it. The stock scope is also mundane, and you should replace it when you can. Though the original Whisper is discontinued, many other models from Gamo will deliver similar performance, so as long as it bears the Whisper name, you should be good to go. Brocock Sniper XR Magnum. This one is an easy recommendation. The XR Magnum has a bit of flair for those who are into it. It looks sleek and powerful, and the gun definitely packs a punch. It's a PCP air rifle designed in bullpup configuration that delivers consistent performance and price. It comes in either 22 and 25, and you can put lead down range very accurately. You have a butt pad for extra shooting comfort, a side lever cocking action, a synthetic stock, and some other features put together in an outstanding rifle. The build quality is solid, and you will feel it when you hold it in your hands. The Brocock Sniper XR Magnum looks good and shoots better. You really have to get behind it to really appreciate everything it has to offer. It's a little pricey, sure, but it's worth every penny. Weihrauch HW100. Weihrauch is another airgun manufacturer loved by virtually every air gunner. As the name suggests, it is German, so you know what to expect. The HW100 is a relatively inexpensive model compared to other guns with similar performance. In other words, the gun punches above its weight. The HW100 is a PCP air rifle that features a classical aesthetic with its wooden stock and metal construction. The build quality is very solid, and the gun feels right in your hands. It's accurate to a fault and usable with a wide variety of pellets, though it is only compatible with 177 and 22 ones. The high-capacity clips allows for fast follow-up shots if needed. The muzzle velocity remains very consistent thanks to the regulated action. For 177, you get about 18 foot-pounds of power behind your pellets. In 22, you get around 27 foot-pounds. So, this gun is definitely a field target shooter. Weihrauch HW100 Bullpup Carbine. This is another air rifle in a bullpup configuration. The form factor is not for everyone, I know. Some people just prefer full-sized rifles. That's okay. This one is basically a bullpup version of the HW100. It has a side lever mechanism, a Picatinny rail, and a built-in silencer. The reduction in length might surprise some people, but I assure you that no performance is slashed here. It brings the handling benefit of a bullpup without compromising the power of a full-length rifle. What you get in the end is an elegant, light, and practical gun that feels great in your hand, and even more so when you pull the trigger. Speaking of triggers, the trigger is just outstanding. Accuracy is excellent, as expected. Weihrauch HW97K. The HW97K is a spring piston air rifle that is designed by one of the oldest and finest German airgun manufacturers, Weihrauch. The one comes in synthetic stock, unlike the HW100, but they keep the bells and whistles to a minimum. What you get are the valuable features that allow you to make the most out of the gun. One notable feature is the fixed barrel sliding breech design that allows for easy loading and accuracy. Cocking takes minimal effort thanks to the underlever design. The trigger also feels amazing. Overall, this is an excellent gun for its price point. FX Crown Continuum. This is one of the best performing rifles that money can buy. That also means it's on the more expensive side. If you have $2,000 laying around and have nothing to spend it on, why not splurge on this gun? This PCP air rifle shoots 22 pellets at 920 feet per second. When you buy this gun, you get 2 barrels to go with it. They are the same caliber pellet but have different lengths. The longer one is intended for bench rest or other types of long-range shooting. The shorter barrel is for your usual hunting where you want to move around easily. It's deadly accurate, and the gun also features a side shot style mag. The trigger feels like magic. You do not get the same messiness on the second stage as you used to in the many other guns. It just feels really crisp and satisfying. The build quality is top-notch. This gun is almost perfect, except for the price. It's expensive, but it is the price for a near-perfect gun. To be honest, it justified its price point. With some outstanding performance and features, pricing the gun any lower would be a disservice. And there you have it, folks. If you want to know which among these should you buy, just pick one that fits your budget. You'll not be disappointed with purchasing any of the guns above. You might be tempted to buy the FX Crown Continuum, but advise against it if you are on a limited budget. Sure, the gun is probably the best gun money can buy, but you can go for a lot cheaper and still get satisfying results. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.